Make sure. Okay,
Okay.
cool. It is actually recording. Unlike Logan, I know how to hit that record button. Okay, so
We're a
welcome.
high-tech team.
Welcome to the 5th of March's demo day for Foundry. Ronan is going to be showing us, some changes to SmokeSignal that I'm super excited about. This last week, we specifically did some UX feedback on SmokeSignal. So our current goal is to hand over SmokeSignal to some crypto influencers and and have them talk about our project and so forth. But obviously, before we do that, we do want the project to be quite usable and so forth. So some of you guys in our Telegram have been very helpful so far in actually helping us identify stuff and posting things and so forth. Last week we got xDAI. It was last week, right? It was the week before that we got xDAI live.
Last week, yeah.
Last week. Okay, so last week we got xDAI live, and this week one of the major improvements we have is that was one of the primary pieces of feedback was the whole concept of xDAI is extremely hard to understand if you just come to SmokeSignal. So we are now, so we've added a button that Ronan is going to show that just allows anyone to just include the xDAI RPC information through one click, which is a great simplification. Then also what we're still working on is a way to integrate a faucet so that when people come there, we can give them like one xDAI cent, since xDAI is so cheap that you can do a whole post for under a cent. And then there were some minor improvements. So the conclusion for today's thing is I think I'm going to ask the community just to tell us whether or not they think we're ready for a review yet, or if we should do another one of these sprints where we do some UX stuff. So Ronan, over to you, man.
Thank you. All right, I'll start with the xDAI importing. All right, unfortunately, host disabled attendee screen sharing.
Try again. That host is a bastard. Just try it again.
All right, I've got it. Okay, cool. Are you seeing SmokeSignal?
Yes, I am.
All right, so I don't have, I'll connect my wallet here. So that's on Ethereum. I don't have xDAI connected as a network on MetaMask at the moment, but if I just go to the
before you click that, are you sharing your whole screen or only that window? Because the pop-up's not going to show.
Has it shown now?
No.
Okay, all right, I'll share my whole screen then. Okay. All right. So connect wallet here on Ethereum, and then I can just click this import xDAI, and this should add the xDAI chain to MetaMask. You seeing that?
Oh yeah, excellent.
Cool. Yeah. So that should be all the details that we were advising people to enter manually, but this makes it a lot easier.
Oh, wow, that's so slick.
Yeah, and it actually, it'll switch to the network for you. And actually, if you already have xDAI available, that same command will switch you. So we could make it kind of a convenience button too, to switch between different chains.
Cool.
And there we go. So my wallet's updated now to xDAI, and I can switch back to mainnet, and the wallet updates.
Excellent.
So that's it's pretty basic, just a button in the header, but we can make a nicer flow for that going forward. So what else? I was working on topics a little bit. I wanted to wait a second. I don't have any Ethereum on my account here, so I'll just switch to the local network. All right. I won't be able to show the posting changes I made, but I'll just skip
Okay,
to
let me send you some xDAI. Don't you want to just demo it from there then?
I don't it'll be a bit awkward at the moment. I don't have the right MetaMask um wallet set up yet. I did a new install of this, but it's
Okay.
not really much. It's just something in the compose window. It'll change the
Okay.
topic. But I can show the majority of the stuff I was working on this week, the mobile
Okay.
changes. So
Okay.
here, so this is the mobile view now for the main
Mm-hmm.
page. So the titles are wrapping correctly, and none of the
Mm.
large topics. Yeah, like this topic here is cutting itself off, and we've got no more UI bugs here.
Mm.
Um, uh, hmm, let me see. I'll just give me two seconds here, and I will
Okay.
set up. I'll just get my local. If there's anything you want to talk about for a couple of minutes, Scott,
No,
I'll
I
just
can.
get my.
I'm the master of the tap dance. Um, yeah. So yeah, let's think what's been happening this week. Yeah. So mainly SmokeSignal changes. Like I said, Logan is on leave until next week, Friday. He is in. I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to disclose where he's. So that his mobs of fans don't don't accost him in the streets, as is the way of our people. Yeah, but he is in a coastal city somewhere in Africa. Um, yeah, and you can actually read about it on SmokeSignal. He posted about it a little bit about how he was in a new town and actually asked for directions because he wasn't on the internet, and how he followed the human network recursively to get to his destinations and get things done. It's actually a very, very interesting post. Yeah, I know he's quite involved with like the Rebel Wisdom community as well. If you guys follow his personal YouTube on, he's a personal YouTube channel. I actually have all these very interesting conversations about how to make sense in a world where you had these massive broadcasting um, centers, and they're now breaking down because we don't trust the broadcasting centers anymore. I find it very interesting that my entire social circle is now split between people who can't believe anyone questions the narrative, and people who go, you can't believe that anyone believes the narrative. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully SmokeSignal sorts out some of that. Then yeah, we seem to be doing okay on the treasury front. I'm very encouraged to actually like see funds continually coming in. um, if everything pans out correctly, God willingly, and if we live, we can actually like we might be able to actually onboard another permanent person. That I myself be super duper excited about if we can get to that point. Um, yeah, what else is news? I'm still busy with the death contract. It's at Logan now for review. I think once we have it reviewed, yeah, there's still one or two local tests I want to do, and then we can probably hand it over to be audited. And then what we're going to do is just still probably like a good week behind on that at the moment. But then once we hand it over to be audited, I'll try and write as many comprehensive tests uh, to the thing as economical, I suppose. Yeah, that's kind of like where we are. We also like did a lot of research. Crypto is here in the channel. Don't you want to maybe just update us on the research that you did for the bridging? Because the problem, yeah. So just very briefly, the context there, guys, is that it's now so expensive to enter a bucket that the gas price, is starting to reflect in the Uniswap price. You can buy Fry cheaply, apparently cheaply in the buckets. The only problem is just that the difference in gas is the difference in price that you would pay for, on Uniswap. So we had crypto investigate some bridging technology to xDAI specifically, and to not Uniswap, to Honeyswap, the Uniswap clone there. So Crypto, can you tell us what the conclusions were there?
Yeah, and I think conclusive, I would say, but there's a lot of options, and we obviously still need to discuss the technical aspects of attack vectors on the xDAI bridge. So I think that's a bit lengthy for this discussion. So yeah, but I mean, ZK rollups look good. Optimism network seems like an option as well, which uses optimistic rollups. I don't think there's any challenges in terms of the consensus mechanism or protocol rather on xDAI that we've looked at that could be of concern. It's more with the bridge itself, because that's like two different contracts on two networks. So
you said the bridge,
that's
you mean
a lot to cover.
If we bridge Fry to xDAI, that's the problem.
So you repeat that? If we bridge Fry onto xDAI.
When you say the bridge is the problem, you mean the bridge we would use to bridge Fry to xDAI to use in HoneySwap. That's the bridge that we're unsure about.
Yeah, so it's not a problem. It's just we need to just obviously review the the economic values in terms of the attacks that you can do. So yeah, so I've taken the liberty of bridging Fry onto xDAI.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yeah, so Fry on xDAI actually exists. There's a few Fry tokens there. So essentially, Fry on mainnet gets locked up, staked into a contract, and the xDAI chain mints the same amount of Fry tokens on xDAI. And then there's a reversal process of that. So if you want to withdraw your Fry from xDAI, the xDAI chain basically burns the Fry and xDAI tokens, and there's a signal that gets sent to the mainnet contract that will actually release your Fry tokens on mainnet.
Can you call that bridge through a smart contract? So in other words, can we write a smart contract on xDAI that will trigger that process?
Which part of the process? Because there's basically two transactions that happen when you exit the xDAI chain. So one is to burn the tokens on xDAI, and then the second one would be to claim your tokens on mainnet.
Yeah, the claiming part, can you do the claim to a smart contract? Can you do the claim to a smart, or does it have to be an externally owned account?
My brain refuses to recall that at the moment.
Okay, because the reason that I asked that for relevance is, let's say, for instance, we make a special purpose burner on xDAI. So if you send xDAI there, all it can ever do is bridge it back and send it to the burner on mainnet. And all that burner can ever do there is just burn the Fry. So that's actually why I ask if it's possible to do that. Then we actually like have a pretty cool burning mechanism from a sidechain for a Fry.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll get back to you on that one. I've made so many notes. Yeah.
Okay.
Seems a bit lost in there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So obviously the biggest challenge is when you come back from xDAI chain is to actually have enough Ethereum to claim your tokens on mainnet, because gas prices are insane.
Yeah, no, I can imagine that gets pretty hairy. All right, Ronan, are you ready for us?
Yep, sure thing. So yeah, just some things added to, so when you're composing a post now, you can edit the topic in the post, which I think is a bit easier, and it will sanitize it for you when you navigate from it. So that gives you more clarity in what actually will it'll look like when you submit. We are allowed to make 0 burn posts. I confirmed with Logan today. Is that correct, Scott?
Yeah, we can do a 0 burn. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so that was disabled before, but yeah, you can do that. And yeah, so I mean, it'll pretty much just be a penny of xDAI gas, and that'll be the minimum cost of a post, I guess. And what else? Oh yeah, we've got spell check is now enabled. Somebody asked about that. The spell check is now turned on in the input window, which will be useful. And yeah, the one more thing, the mobile compose window got done yesterday. Oh no, this is local. I'm making some changes, but yeah, so it should work. So if you you get like a preview now on mobile.
Oh, nice.
And
I like it.
Yeah. So yeah, and this is like in progress pretty much, but yeah, this will be done today. So yeah, that's nice and tidy. And then I think a big thing that's coming up soon is just a redesign of the post page. I mean, it looks fine now, but you can't tip or burn. You know, it just there's a few things missing here. So doing a redesign of the post page on mobile and desktop will be coming up soon as well. But that's everything I've got for the moment.
Okay, excellent. All right. Well, since we don't have too many community members here. It looks like we have 4 connections to the call. What do you guys think is critical for us to still get right before we hand it over to the influencers to go punt?
I think one thing that would be good is have a really simple guide in some format that's like an Android wallet or iOS wallets that support an xDAI, dApps, and also if we have an easy faucet for people to use. I think like we could have people posting within minutes if our guide was clear enough. So I don't know where to put something like that. Like maybe we could have like an about section on the site or something.
Yeah. All right. Our idea with that, by the way, is once we have the technical items out, what Elena is going to do for us, she recorded like several videos for us before, but record a how to use SmokeSignal video.
Cool.
That will embed different videos all over the show, basically to show you how to do different things, and then stuff like how to use on mobile, how to use, on desktop and that kind of thing. Okay, so basically you mentioned the faucet. What other technical items would you mention?
For me, like getting it looking nicer and more user friendly is a big one. I don't know when that bar will be hit, but yeah, because I mean we could spend months doing that, but I mean I guess we want to like start reaching out to influencers within a week or two.
I don't know exactly how to do that either. I mean, I quite like the designs we got initially from our designer. It just doesn't feel like they translated well. They just didn't, I don't know, for some reason, when I see them rendered digitally, it doesn't quite work, just the graphical side of it. So I don't know, my take on that would be we sort of like just jump to, we just clone something that does look like it worked and push that out initially and then iterate.
Yeah, like it's a very singular design. I think we could almost go with something more boring, just like a clone of Reddit. But we'll see. There'll be a lot more time going forward for design changes because there's been a lot of technical feature development in the last few weeks. So it'll be nice to just play with the fonts and colors and things like that.
Yeah. Okay, well, cool, guys. Thank you very much. I think that's pretty good progress. By the looks of it, we're going to do at least another week of these kinds of tweaks. At least I think until we get the faucet out. But we'll reprioritize on Monday. Thanks everyone for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions, by the way, who is connected to this call?
No questions.
All right. Okay. Cool, guys. Cheers, everyone. Bye.
See ya. Have a good weekend.
Okay. Cheers.